Wait, actually,
No, it's from an anime. I don't remember. Like, I think it's like I don't know. I don't remember. I just saw the banana. It's from an anime, but I said, well, it's a banana.
not an anime actually.
Korean movie. A drama.
I don't know why.
Well, I said that people don't know. Yeah. Just promoting it. I'm playing the bad game out of three. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the awful GBQ co-op. We actually got synced. Didn't expect that.
I love it because the safe maker numbers too.
You're not going to get any sounds of either one at the moment. I could probably talk about it. Okay, hey, what does this look like on the screen?
Just one of the telemeters.
What about now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, all right. I guess so. I mean, you can see his. Yeah. Okay, maybe the cable actually or something. Hold on. Excuse me.
Is everybody playing Donkey Kong here right now? Yes. Who's playing what? Is he here rhyming? What's your favorite song?
Eligible is the lost example. Marking at the water.
Stream is doomed.
But they're pulling the game. Wow.
It's iMysty.
I'm probably the only human that doesn't have a Steam account. I just cracked it. Oh, what? I must have
Yeah, go ahead and start the stream. I think he's still stuck there. You guys can see it back there, and the right camera's title bar has to be
No way, one, two.
It's gonna be the best acapella ever.
Hey, are both of your Steam notifications off?
For donation contest.
Well, they're both the same person, so.
I'm not online, so
Right now, they're both
yeah,
Misty.
they're both my Steam accounts.
No matter who wins.
Misty, kill the animals too?
Pardon?
Kill the animals too for donation contest?
Japanese subtitles?
I can't donate for my own game. Yeah, sure.
What do you mean you can't? Is that a thing? You can't donate for your own game? That'd be stupid. No, because if you know the French people are going to donate to beat you, you should donate to Cycles percent. Adam's gonna beat like half the people on the leaderboard. Oh, good glitch girl. Oh my god. Again, we got factory glitch level coming up.
Oh man, that's a key part of the 80%.
Welcome to an Awesome Games Done Quick
You guys know
2014.
the save files?
This is a marathon for charity going towards the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Please tweet at Prevent Cancer with hashtag AGDQ 2014 to share your personal story about cancer or who you're preventing cancer for.
You guys both ready?
Yeah.
cannot look at Adam.
Are we
Yeah.
live?
I think we'll love you.
No, I cannot.
I'll do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here goes Super Meat Boy. VorpalEdge, iMysty. 2-man enter, 1-man leave. Okay, not too much to talk about in these first couple of levels here, but the any percent route in general has changed a little bit. Some new level strategies, some new routes, and use of the auto jump glitch like you just saw on Vorpal's side for 1-4. The auto jump glitch, for those not in the know, is you activate it by you hold the jump button, then you pause the game, then you release the jump button and you unpause the game, and then you get unlimited full jumps repeatedly. The game thinks you always have the jump button pressed and you always have the jump button held at the same time, oddly enough.
Don't get cocky, Misty.
Minor setback at the beginning here, but this is very early and far from over. There's a lot of crazy stuff to come.
Including everyone's favorite boss.
Yep, Larry is the great equalizer. Pull through 112 like clockwork. Okay, so now for any percent, it's basically you just beat the light world. And in order to trigger the boss in the stage, you have to beat 17 stages in a chapter. So you just noticed that both players skipped 115 because 115 is a pretty long level. So instead of just going straight through to 117, they skip that and do 118 instead.
Which is a very, very short level.
Yep, 2-second level.
And unfortunately, most of the bosses in Super Meat Boy you're going to see are basically auto-scroller type levels.
Yeah. The story and development was they had about a week to program the bosses, so they just kind of tacked up, made them extra levels. And you can't really do combat in Meat Boy. There's no real way. So.
Yeah, you will see some minor skips in some of the boss levels, but there's not much.
What?
You got stepped on.
You got stepped on.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't paying attention. Dude.
This run is no longer world record.
Dude, something is wrong with this game.
Apparently my computer has a new update available, so that's always good.
World record strats apparently got patched on Vorpal's computer.
The bottom of my screen is being cut off by a lovely update bubble, so yeah, but it might.
It probably will.
Yeah.
It'll fade eventually.
Dude, that
Come on.
works on a PC. Damn, I guess it's an artifact of
Vorpal, what are you?
resolution.
Go for swag strats.
Okay, so just stay human. Don't get cocky, dude.
So you'll still catch me up.
This leads far from insurmountable, with Larry still on the table. So
Yeah.
no one should get too comfy, and there's lots of crazy skips to come, so.
We have a $20 donation from Stefan. Greetings from Germany. I lost 3 family members to cancer. It is awesome what you are doing there. Thank you, Stefan.
Yeah, a little bit of history on the any percent run. The record was originally, or at least most recently, held by XOSDA for a very long time at 18 minutes 39 seconds. That run was very, very good.
Very solid.
Recently, there have been a few skips discovered that made it slightly easier to compete against his time.
One of those skips is very significant. We will not spoil the mystique. We'll shout it out when it gets here. But it's a huge savings.
So if you've ever seen a Super Meat Boy run before, it's very hard to miss.
Yeah, this skip is pretty new. It was discovered, maybe like 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But it saves a very large chunk of time on one particular stage.
So 217 is the main level where you see the auto jump glitch used best.
And got it.
Nice.
Yep.
Yep. Saves a cycle on what a human can do with manual button presses.
Still got the key. Chad tried to get the key from me, but nope.
All right. And we got a skip coming up that's not so new, but still looks really
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Oh, the ceiling.
And again on the right.
Chad is not being a bro.
And again on the right.
Yeah, and you'll notice Misty actually goes off the screen a little bit here on the Chad level. The kill box for Meat Boy is about 1 to 2 blocks worth off the screen.
Another use of the infinite glitch. That jump there is a very small window to get it, so we use the infinite jump to make it basically no problem whatsoever.
There's actually no way to fail if you're auto jumping off those blocks, because you will jump the first frame you make contact with the wall.
Yeah, and auto jump's very helpful there because, well, disappearing key blocks, they aren't there for very long while jumping off of them normally is very difficult. So auto jump makes it free.
I can't see the edge of the screen.
So you remember Breakdown having an issue with that last year.
Yeah.
During his run.
Oh.
He couldn't quite see, I believe, having issues seeing Glitch Girl on 6.2.
Well, that was playing on a CRT TV. I'm not sure what the issue is here.
I think it's just the resolution changes. It's really kind of screwed up a lot of things, but it's not too bad.
We have a $50 donation from Joanne from the family of Blue Glass. We are so proud of everyone there for your dedication to this event, which is raising a very significant amount of money for a great cause.
Successful on the Chad skip.
I swear now that we have it in this resolution instead of what I was practicing on, I swear there's actually input lag or something. Because this does not feel the same. But whatever happens, I'll just play it out, so it's all good, really.
It's all good.
Oh, 310.
310, obviously named for our buddy Breakdown here.
Yep, I was Catalyst. They called me up and said, hey, can we use your name for a level? And I said, sure.
You have copyright on your name.
The one thing about this game, which you try and do, is you want to avoid like hitting yourself on any wall because it just removes any speed that you have. So a lot of the times when falling, we'll want to just avoid sliding on any walls. And if you do that all the time throughout all the levels, eventually it adds up the time and it does save a lot of time.
Yeah, it's a few tenths here, a few tenths there, but over the course of the run, it can add up to a sizable number of seconds, and that is a very tricky skip right there.
Yeah, you'll actually see Vorpal will skip that level. He's been attempting a little bit different route in the Salt Factory.
I'm not gonna leave it.
An interesting note about Misty avoiding doing the skip the second time is it's actually slightly more difficult if you fail the first time because saws actually have a bigger hitbox if they have blood on them. So that makes the window a little bit smaller for getting in that hole. And anyone who remembers Breakdown's 106% last year, he mentioned only trying the mono skip once. Back then it was very difficult because he was doing it all manually. There's actually a...
Yeah, mono skipping
Oh,
later.
come on.
Not seeing the edge of the screen is...
I say I can't see the edge of the screen, so this is making it a lot. There we go.
There it is.
Brownie skip. So yes, this saves, roughly 30 seconds on the level?
I think it's about 16.
Yeah,
I don't
saves
know.
saves between 15 to 18 seconds.
15 to 18.
If you get it first time and get the proper jumps up the wall.
All right, let's see if we have auto jump strats on Vorpal's side. Here we do. Making up that ground. Oh,
That was-
317 wide.
Let me try that again.
It's a deceptively hard level if anything goes differently than what's expected.
No way. Hex skip is something, no.
There we go. Okay, and more auto jump fun. There it is, very nice.
cool with that.
It's really hard too, that strat you just did.
That's why I'm good at this game.
Okay.
Nah.
We have a $10 anonymous
Second try,
donation.
very nice.
It says congratulations
Big
for this
save.
event.
And yeah, and you'll see with the auto jump, especially if you're doing it up a large vertical shaft, that Meat Boy will kind of stick to the wall a little bit, almost kind of like a wall slide.
Big jumps over lava. Gotta love them. Okay. And more auto jump strats on Vorpal's side here. The 4-3 usage looks kind of neat.
I have no idea if I'm gonna get this with this setup, but I'll give it one more try.
That hex. It doesn't look like much, but that's one of the harder tricks in the run.
Yeah.
Hex skip is widely regarded as the hardest skip in the game. Vorpal doesn't believe so, but most people who run the game can't even do it.
I don't think there's anyone who ranks it outside the top 3. That's for sure.
I don't think anyone. I think most people rank it in the top 2. Mono would have been up there until recently.
Yeah.
I would definitely say it's one of the hardest. I can't do it. I think I've done it twice overall.
Like once, maybe twice.
Such a hard trick. Coming to the hardest boss of the game.
Yeah, coming up on Misty's side is RNG the boss.
Yeah.
Theoretically speaking, I believe Team Meat wanted to make this boss random, but due to their time constraints, they didn't have the time to program it. So you're going to see him basically stand still for most of this fight, jump a couple times, and be done with it.
It is really hard to do a stage when inputs aren't quite coming out. There we go.
So now we just sit back and let the boss just...
Slightly different big jumps over lava.
Oh, dude, those blocks. That's gonna be rough. There we go.
Nice recovery.
So if you don't like bright lights, don't look at my screen right now.
Ah, yes. Blinded by the light in 5-1. Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah, for whatever
Very nice.
reason, both in Rapture and in the end, on the first level, you get a white flash on the screen.
It's believed to be like an artifact from the cutscene.
Right. It's left over from the boss explosion, except you skip it, so it just plays out there instead.
So, but it makes that first jump in 5-1 very difficult.
Rip headphone users.
Huh?
What the?
What?
Says I see out of range. Somebody press something over there? Did your computer scratch or something?
I have. Let me try alt tabbing. Dude, I think the game crashed. Yeah, let me.
Yeah, the one thing about Meat Boy on PC, it's very temperamental, unfortunately.
Not the stablest construct,
No,
certainly.
it took us a day and a half to get Meat Boy working on these machines.
Yeah, the game, I mean, ask people who run this game, it's very prone to crashing at inopportune times.
Yeah. It's a shame, man.
Yeah.
Typically, it's not bad of an issue with the length of the 80% run.
That's honestly the first time I've had a crash kill run, so. Doesn't happen that often.
No.
I wouldn't call it common by any stretch. But every once in a while the game takes a mini dump, hee hee.
Yeah, these abomination zombie meat boys, whatever you want to call them, they've got many names.
They're annoying.
They're annoying. Yeah, they have kind of, you can manipulate them in the way they jump, but pretty much the range in which they follow you at is completely random, I think.
One of the few sources of RNG to be found in the game.
Yeah, so they can upset a run quite easily if they feel like being not great.
Yeah.
Alright, this is an interesting level to get fast. Nah. This last jump is...
And you'll notice the hitboxes on the maggots, they're kind of more suggestions of where they might be.
More of a guideline, really.
Yeah.
General guideline.
Ooh. So the 80% route has changed a little bit since maybe some of you have last seen it. Usually you do 5.8 and stick to that level, whereas doing 5.18 instead is overall faster. So because they're both pretty much auto scrollers, so you just
save a couple seconds.
Mm-hmm. So now we come to the main portion of RNG and the main reason why a lot of people don't like running 80%.
Luck be a Larry tonight.
6% best percent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like a 10 cycle in 106. It's not the end of the world.
Don't ruin the moment.
You could get it.
2. Oh!
I'm halfway right already.
I don't know whether to be annoyed or happy because that never happens.
What are the odds of getting hooked, Larry?
Isn't
About
it?
13%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming it's about a 1/3 chance that each individual worm jumps, it works out to about 13%.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no cap on how long you can take, so...
Yeah, 3 to infinity.
It is really hard to play like this, I promise you.
What the? Yeah. All is not well.
Yeah, just ask Misty. He's had horribly, terribly long Larrys before.
Yeah. I think the longest I've had is about 40, I think.
Never had quite that bad.
Yeah, it came up to just shy of 2 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors of people getting longer, but
I'm pretty sure there's a cap. I can't remember if that's true or not. But yeah, anything over like, I don't know, 6 is just considered a boof. Not great.
I'm usually okay with anything in the single digits.
Yeah. Go a bit safer strats there just because not consistency. Now this is, I'm going to go for both skips on this level, and if I don't get them then I won't see, but...
yeah, the Omega keyless skip
that
was
one,
actually one
that
of the
got it,
few
wouldn't it?
that was not
Okay,
done in EXO's
screw that up.
world record.
We'll go for that.
Right.
So see if we can get it.
Very
Yes.
Nice.
And now, Dr. Fetus.
You'll see the setup there that he uses actually popularized by Vorpal.
Yeah, that is the Vorpal strat for keyless, which ironically he doesn't use anymore because he finds it too hard. He uses the old strat.
Which is,
I swear
it looks cooler. Personally, most people think it's harder.
Yeah. Oh wow, really? Man, what a place to die.
Oh, this guy's gonna chase me. Oh, guess not. I was hopeful.
He got tired.
Yeah. Sometimes he gets really hungry.
Yeah, Yeah, the oobs are not an enemy you really pay attention to in any percent because they only show up in, I believe, 1 or 2 levels in the 80% route.
So this is the most significant use of the auto jump strat.
Oh, exo strats.
Yep.
The only other real mistake in Exo's run was actually the same mistake you saw Vorpal do, is he actually missed Bandage Girl on 516.
Okay, we're nearly done here.
You doing Leap of Faith?
No way.
No? Alright.
I've never done it. So doing Leap of Faith is very foolish. To save 1 second on a... I've tried it once during a run.
That's time.
Was that?
Streamer, I do not beat my TV. Oh, you're gonna do it?
Oh, I'm gonna do it, yeah.
You're gonna see Vorpal attempting something interesting here.
What?
By doing full jumps, Larry jumps proportional to where you are in your jump.
Yeah.
By jumping at the height, he's actually able to go through the saws and go over the top and somehow bury into the air.
And now we're seeing what he can actually do.
Yeah,
This is kind of ridiculous.
Pretty good luck.
Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, there's still another one.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking.
But in spirit, they'd be done because one of them did try to jump.
That's probably the same one. Doesn't count.
Fair point. Fair point.
Dope, 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 oh. Oh, you can roar, it's so cute. Oh.
Has anybody been counting?
It's a lot, yeah. Higher than 3.
Much higher than 3.
No, I'm just going to call it here. There's no point in me continuing, so congrats, Mystic.
Sure. Cheers, man.
Congrats on your win.
All right.
You're just not going to finish?
I'll keep
should.
playing, but you should start up the next game.
You could probably start the end.
Yeah. Input lag percent, here we go.
I don't think they've realised.
What kind of monitor is it?
Hmm?
What kind of monitor is it?
It's the resolution.
I think what it does is because
Yeah,
it's
there's-
upscaling it.
What is going on with your screen there?
There's something
I don't
going
know.
on.
There's like a line.
The screen is interesting to say the least.
I think what it's doing is because it's upscaling it, it's adding post-processing.
Could you try Windows?
That would have been
why
a
I
much
played
better
Windows.
idea, but it's a bit late for that.
Yeah.
Window mode is OP.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
bad.
Yeah.
Like it was working fine in practice. and
Input
then
lag makes Meat Boy.
They had to
like,
change it to get it on the
At
stream.
least
and-
high level Meat Boy speedrunning. Input lag makes it almost unplayable at some points.
Well, the worst thing that can happen on Meat Boy is actual lag, loss of frames.
Yeah.
If the frame rate goes bad
Actually,
on this game, it just
In
gets
some
wacky.
cases, it can actually be very convenient.
And it can,
Because by creating large amounts of lag, you can actually teleport yourself through walls in this game. And it's really funny because I've had it happen on stream once or twice, where I just kind of ended up on top of Bandage Girl from the start of the level. I was like, oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, when you're used to a certain amount of your monitor at home, when you change it to something different, the input lag's completely different. It's like playing a different game. It's not something that yeah.
let's see laggy key list. Let's see it.
Oh my god.
Oh. And auto jump fun.
Misty's showing off an interesting glitch here.
There it is.
Nice.
There we go.
Where half thickness blocks in Meat Boy have kind of weird properties.
Well, basically every block is a whole block. in the level editor, even if you can move through part of it. So there's actually a wall where there's space that Meat Boy can occupy. So right now he's between two half blocks and he's wall jumping between them. So you can actually use the same kind of principle for good in a few stages by jumping off of a half block that isn't really there for like early wall jumps and things of that nature.
Are you gonna do swag?
Why not?
So Vorpal likes to show this off on his stream a lot, where
I don't spoil it.
It'll get there when it gets there.
Hey man,
Don't ruin the moment.
it's just so cool. I wanted to talk about it.
You can talk about it afterwards, once everybody knows what you're talking about.
No.
You gotta wait. Come on now.
I'm a speedrunner.
Oh, that's swag.
Oh, it worked.
I've actually lost runs to that by doing it too early and then.
Yes, for those who didn't catch it, basically he jumped into the saw blade because you have invincibility while you're standing on a switch. You can't be killed by anything except Fetus's missiles, actually. Those can still get you. Yeah, leap of faith. But with that death there, he jumped and he died, but the cutscene...
That was time in case anyone
Yeah.
was keeping
Yeah.
track.
I guess no one.
Anybody wants to talk?
There's probably
New world record.
New world record.
Yeah, new world record. There you go.
1831.
That input lag percent. We get to see Brownie be the hero again.
Brownie is a good hero.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Misty's just jumping in a corner.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually sounds really cool if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they can. Oh, yeah, I've just realised they probably can, so they've probably got that spamming their ears. Oh well. Oh well.
It's a bit late now, yeah.
That's my jam, man.
We've got no music, so this will do.
All right.
All right, that's Meat Boy. I think we're done. I don't know what's going on up there.
I guess we're setting up the next game.
Yep.
Time.
Hopefully
Yeah.
above 25.
Above 25, yeah.
I'm changing your PB on the leaderboards.
Feel free, man. Feel free.
Exo's having his world record back.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the next game?
DK64, I think.
I'm going to announce the next game. Okay. All right, that was Super Meat Boy 80% race. Next up is Donkey Kong 64.
It's actually Mutant Apocalypse first. The bonus game.
Oh.
You're not going to get any chance to watch at the moment. I could probably put my video. Okay, hey, what does this look like on this page?
Just one of the televisions. I mean, just one of the
Okay, all right. I guess so. I mean, you can see his. Yeah. Okay, maybe. Excuse me.
Is everybody playing Donkey Kong here right now? Yes. Who's playing what?
Korean a drama. Well, I said that people don't know yet. I'm just promoting it, I guess. I'm playing the bad game out of 3. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the awful GBQ co-op. We actually got synced. I didn't expect that.
I love it because the save bigger numbers too.
Wait, actually, no, it's from an anime. I don't remember. Like, I think it's like World. I don't know. I don't remember. I just saw the banana. It's from an anime, but I said, well, it's a banana. Not an anime, actually.
Is he here rhyming with that? Yeah.
Around here? No, why?
I guess no point practicing media.
Come on.
What's your favorite song?
Eligible is the loss of the water.
Stream is doomed! I finished.